Matthew here from AnyWarGaming.com, and welcome back to Let's Build a List Necron style. In the next few videos I want to do some bite-sized videos that you can take and just go in about 2 minutes, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, depending on how long I decide to ramble. And we're going to cover some interesting combos that the Necrons have to offer, and also some questions. Do you bring this or this? Is this unit any good or not? Do you bring this guy or this guy? This weapon or this weapon? This upgrade or this upgrade? We're going to cover that. So let's have some fun. The first thing to talk about is Gauss versus Tesla. And first off, yes, it's Gauss. I used to say Gauss. Everybody said, nope, you pronounce it Gauss. And I thought, maybe that's a British way of pronouncing it, and Gauss is the American way. But I looked it up online, and it is Gauss. And the internet never lies. So, the Necrons kind of have this flavor that they have a lot of Gauss weapons, and they have a lot of Tesla weapons. If you're not familiar with what those rules are, Gauss weapons basically, when they hit a vehicle, will auto-glance on an armor penetration roll of 6. So that's useful when you have a strength 4 Gauss weapon up against a Land Raider. You can't normally hurt it, but with Gauss, you'll always be able to hurt it. Or heck, if you're up against a Titan, then you'll still be able to glance it to death. Tesla, as opposed to Gauss, will get 3 hits whenever you roll a 6. So if you're rolling to hit and you roll a 4, a 5, and a 6, you're actually going to get 5 hits. 1 for the 4, 1 for the 5, and 3 for the 6. So Tesla, obviously, are very good at getting lots of hits. But the main disadvantage of Tesla is they're usually AP nothing. So Immortals are the troop choice that has a choice between a Strength 5 AP 4 Gauss weapon or a Strength 5 AP nothing Tesla weapon. Now I should also add in 2 different things about these weapons too. The Gauss weapon is a rapid fire weapon, and the Tesla weapon is an Assault 1 weapon. Now back in 5th edition, the rapid fire wasn't as good as in 6th edition because you wouldn't be able to fire the full 24 inches unless you stood still. Now there was a way around that with the Necrons, and that was to bring an Overlord with the Fire-On rule. The Fire-On rule gives them Relentless, which allows them to obviously fire as if they haven't moved, and heck, they could even assault after they rapid fired. But with the Tesla weapons being an Assault 1 weapon, 24-inch range, it always got 1 shot, and they could even assault after they shot if they so desired. Not that that's something that you want to normally do with Immortals, but there's some targets where it was a good idea to jump in, shoot at them, and then try to charge as well. And so that is the main difference in 5th edition. But 6th edition, with rapid fire weapons, you can fire the 24 inches even if you move. So that makes a big difference now for the Gauss weapons. Ironically, when I first read the Codex, I saw the Tesla rules and I thought, that's not worth it. I'd rather bring the Gauss weapons, which have rapid fire. So if you're within 12 inches, you'll get 2 shots each, whereas a Tesla, you're relying on getting 6s to get your 3 shots. But now that I've played a lot with them, I've realized that I actually prefer Tesla over Gauss every single time. And there will be very, very few circumstances where I'd prefer Gauss. So why is that? Well, it's because Tesla can take out anything. And I don't mean it's super powerful and can take out anything. Like if it's up against Land Raiders, and obviously Gauss is going to do better than Tesla because the Strength 5 Tesla won't do anything. But I mean it can take on almost any threat. If you're up against Flyers, Strength 5 Tesla is very effective because most Flyers are armor value 10 or 11. You're going to get the occasional 12. In that case, you can't touch them with your Immortals, but you should have other things to take out those Flyers as well. But the reason Tesla is so effective against Flyers is just like I said in the previous video, when you roll to shoot at Flyers, you have to roll 6s. Well, with Tesla, when you roll a 6, you get 3 hits. So essentially, it's like firing with a ballistic skill of 3 instead of a ballistic skill of 1. It's almost like Orc Ludas firing at Flyers. It's almost just as effective as having Skyfire because they normally have to roll a 5+. Now they have to roll a 6+, so they're just getting half as many hits. Well, normally the Immortals have to roll 3+, but now it's kind of like they only have to roll 4+ against Flyers. Against vehicles, they're going to have a bit more problem, unless they're light vehicles. The Strength 5 will be enough. But up against infantry, they're going to be able to deal out a lot of hits. And most of the time, AP 4 weapons don't make a difference, because if you're up against most armies, either they have a 3+ save or a 6+ save. Now there are some exceptions to this. If I knew, for example, if I was going up against a Necron army that brought all warriors on the ground, then obviously I'd probably want to bring the Immortals with Gauss weapons, because they're AP 4, they're going to be able to mow down all of those warriors. but it's very situational to find an opponent who has AP4. Even against Tau, who have a lot of AP4, the Tesla will often be better because then you can take on other threats as well. So there's the main argument for Gauss versus Tesla. What do you think? Do you prefer Gauss or do you prefer Tesla? Leave a comment below with your opinion, and we'll see you in the next video.